Stop scrolling right now. Something has been released tonight that will change everything for you. If you leave this moment, you will miss what heaven has been preparing in secret. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. Archangel Michael himself is standing before you with an urgent message. Do not skip. Do not scroll. What happens in the next few minutes will determine whether you walk into your divine assignment or miss the window that was opened specifically for you tonight. Hold until the end. Something massive is about to be revealed. Tonight, at this exact hour, a spiritual door has been unlocked. While you were going about your day, while you were distracted, while you thought nothing was happening, the heavenly realms were moving pieces into position. A release has occurred. An activation has begun. And if you walk away now, you will miss the very thing your soul has been crying out for. Don't skip. Pay attention. Right now, invisible forces are aligning. Divine appointments are being set. And someone, somewhere, is being prepared to enter your life in a way that will leave you breathless. Hold until the end. You're about to discover something that will shake you. Listen carefully. Archangel Michael does not speak unless the message is urgent. He does not appear unless the timing is critical. And tonight, he is here with a warning that you cannot afford to ignore. Something has been released into the spiritual atmosphere that has your name written on it. A breakthrough, a miracle, a divine intervention. But here is what most people don't understand. Just because something is released does not mean you will receive it. Don't skip. You must be present. You must be awake. You must be ready to catch what heaven is sending your way. Hold until the end. The next words will change your perspective forever. Right now, someone is thinking about you who hasn't thought about you in months. Right now, an opportunity is being created that didn't exist yesterday. Right now, a door is opening that was locked for years, but you can't see it yet because it's happening in the invisible realm first. Tonight's release is not something you can touch or hold. It's something you must discern. It's something you must feel. And if you leave now, if you scroll past this moment, you will miss the exact instructions you need to align yourself with what's coming. Don't skip. Stay right here. Your future is being written in real time. Hold until the end. What comes next will give you the clarity you've been desperate for. Think about this. Why are you here right now? Why did you click on this message? Why, out of millions of videos and posts and distractions, did your attention land here? It's because Archangel Michael called you. He pulled you. He arranged this divine appointment because tonight is not like other nights. Tonight, something shifted in the heavenly courts. Decisions were made about your life. Assignments were given to angels on your behalf. And you are being positioned to receive something so powerful that it will erase years of delay in a single moment. Don't skip. If you walk away now, you will spend the next weeks wondering why nothing is changing. Hold until the end. The answer is right here. Let me tell you what has been released tonight. First, a spirit of divine favor has been poured out over those who are chosen to receive it. This favor is not earned. It's not based on your works or your perfection. It's based on your position. And tonight, you have been repositioned. Angels have been assigned to go before you and prepare the way. Doors that were shut are now marked to be opened. People who rejected you are now being turned back toward you. Opportunities that passed you by are now circling back with greater force. Don't skip. This is not metaphor. This is not symbolism. This is happening right now in realms you cannot see. Hold until the end. The full revelation is still coming. Second, a release of supernatural insight has been activated. You are about to start seeing things you couldn't see before. Patterns will become clear. Hidden motives will be exposed. The right path will light up before you like never before. You've been confused. You've been in fog. You've been making decisions in the dark. But starting tonight, a clarity is descending upon your mind that will make everything make sense. The puzzle pieces will fall into place. The questions you've been asking will suddenly have answers, and you will look back at this moment and realize this was the night everything shifted. Don't skip. Hold until the end. More is being revealed. Third, chains are being broken tonight. Chains of limitation, chains of poverty, chains of sickness, chains of repeated cycles and generational curses. Archangel Michael is the warrior angel. He does not come to comfort, he comes to fight. And tonight he is cutting through spiritual bondage that has held you captive for too long. You've tried to break free on your own. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've struggled. But tonight the struggle ends, not because of your strength, but because heaven has intervened. The release that happened tonight includes your freedom. Don't skip, stay until the end. The most important part is still ahead. Now listen very carefully. Here is what you need to understand about tonight's release. It is time sensitive. There is a window, there is a moment. And that window will not stay open forever. This is why Archangel Michael is warning you. If you leave now, if you treat this like just another message, if you scroll past this moment thinking you can come back later, you will miss it. The anointing that is in this space right now will not be here tomorrow. The activation that is available right now is for those who are present now. Don't skip. Type "I receive" in the comments to lock in your alignment with what has been released tonight. This is not a game. This is spiritual law. Your participation activates your portion. Hold until the end. Something even bigger is coming. Someone watching this right now has been in the darkest season of their life. You've lost hope. You've questioned God. You've wondered if you were forgotten. And tonight, Archangel Michael wants you to know that you were never forgotten. Every tear you cried was collected. Every prayer you whispered was heard. Every night you couldn't sleep, angels were standing guard around you. And tonight, all of that is about to pay off. The wait is over. The delay has ended. What was released tonight is the beginning of your vindication. Don't skip. If this is you, type "I believe" in the comments right now. Let your faith rise up to meet what heaven is releasing. Hold until the end. The best part is still coming. Let me tell you what happens when you miss a divine release. You keep struggling with the same things. The same problems keep repeating. The same people keep disappointing you. The same doors keep closing. It's not because you're cursed. It's not because God doesn't love you. It's because you missed the moment when heaven was releasing the solution. And here's the truth that most people don't want to hear. God will move on. The angels will move on. The opportunity will move on. Not because heaven is cruel, but because heaven operates on timing. And when you're not ready to receive, heaven redirects the blessing to someone who is. Don't skip. Don't let that be your story. Tonight is your moment. Hold until the end. You're about to understand why you're really here. Right now, there are people who walked away from this message 2 minutes ago. They scrolled. They doubted. They thought this was just another video, and they just missed their moment. But you're still here. That means something. That means you have discernment. That means your spirit is awake. That means you're one of the chosen ones who will actually receive what was released tonight. Don't skip. Archangel Michael is watching to see who stays until the end. He is marking those who have the patience, the faith, and the hunger to receive. Hold until the end. What comes next will confirm everything you've been feeling. Here is what's about to happen in your life. Within the next 24 hours, you are going to receive a sign. It might be a text message from someone you haven't heard from. It might be a phone call with unexpected news. It might be a dream that gives you direction. It might be a sudden opportunity that appears out of nowhere. But you will know it's from tonight's release because it will feel different. It will feel supernatural. It will feel like confirmation that you were meant to be here right now. Don't skip. When that sign comes, remember this moment. Remember that Archangel Michael told you it was coming. Hold until the end. There's more you need to know, but here's what you must understand. Just receiving the sign is not enough. You must act on it. You must move when heaven says move. Too many people receive signs and ignore them. They get the message and hesitate. They feel the pull and resist, and then they wonder why the breakthrough never fully manifests. Tonight's release is not just information, it's activation. and activation requires your participation. Don't skip. When the sign comes, when the door opens, when the opportunity presents itself, you must walk through it with boldness. Type "I will act" in the comments if you're ready to move when heaven moves. Hold until the end. The instructions are getting more specific. Let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Right at this very moment, while you're reading these words, there are angels in your home. They're not just passing through, they're stationed there. Archangel Michael assigned them tonight when you chose to stay and not scroll away. These angels are warrior angels, protection angels, provision angels. They're surrounding you right now, creating a hedge of protection around your life that the enemy cannot penetrate. Don't skip. You can't see them, but they're there. And they're working on your behalf, even while you sleep. Type "I see" with spiritual eyes in the comments if you believe in the angelic activity happening around you right now. Hold until the end. More supernatural truth is coming. Now, Archangel Michael wants to address something that's been blocking you. Fear. You've been afraid to hope again because you've been disappointed before. You've been afraid to believe again because you've been let down before. You've been afraid to step forward again because you've been hurt before. But tonight, fear loses its power over you. What was released tonight includes a supernatural courage, a boldness you haven't felt in years. When the moment comes, you will not hesitate. When the door opens, you will not second guess. When the opportunity arrives, you will not talk yourself out of it. Don't skip. This is part of the release. Your confidence is being restored right now. Hold until the end. Something powerful is still coming. Let me tell you about the people who are going to be shocked by your next season. The ones who counted you out. The ones who said you'd never make it. The ones who walked away when you needed them most. They are about to see a version of you they've never seen before. Not because you're trying to prove anything. Not because you're seeking revenge. But because what was released tonight is going to elevate you so dramatically that your life will become undeniable evidence of divine favor. Don't skip. Your transformation is going to be so visible that people will have to acknowledge that God is real. Hold until the end. The vindication is closer than you think. Right now, there is someone from your past who can't stop thinking about you. They walked away. They made a choice. They thought they were fine without you. But lately, something has been bothering them. They keep seeing your name. They keep hearing your voice in their mind. They keep having dreams about you, and they can't figure out why. Here's why. It's because of what was released tonight. Heaven is stirring their heart. Angels are bringing you to their remembrance. And soon, very soon, they are going to reach out. Don't skip. When they do, you'll know that tonight's release was real. Hold until the end. There's something you need to know about how to respond. When that person reaches out, here's what you must remember. You are not the same person they left. You have grown, you have healed, you have evolved, and you don't need them the way you used to. So when they come back, when they try to explain, when they ask for another chance, you must operate from a position of strength, not desperation. What was released tonight includes a spirit of wisdom that will help you discern who deserves access to your life and who doesn't. Don't skip. Not everyone who returns is meant to stay. Some people come back just to see if you're still available. Type "I am protected" in the comments to activate the discernment you'll need. Hold until the end. More revelation is coming. Now let's talk about money, because what was released tonight is not just spiritual, it's financial. There has been a blockage over your finances. You've been working hard but not seeing the results. You've been giving but not receiving. You've been faithful but not prospering. Tonight, that blockage is removed. Angels have been assigned to bring you opportunities, connections, and ideas that will create income streams you never imagined. Don't skip. This is not get rich quick. This is divine alignment with abundance. Within the next 30 days, you will see movement in your finances that will make you realize heaven was listening all along. Hold until the end. The financial instructions are coming. Here's what you need to do. Stay alert. Stay ready. Stay open. When the opportunity comes, it might not look the way you expected. It might not come from the source you anticipated, but you will feel it in your spirit. You will know it's part of tonight's release, and you must act quickly. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. When heaven opens a door, you must walk through it immediately. Don't skip. Some of you have missed financial blessings in the past because you overthought it. You questioned it. You waited for more confirmation. But tonight's release requires faith. Type "I trust God's timing" in the comments if you're ready to move in faith. Hold until the end. The most powerful part is still ahead. Let me tell you what else was released tonight. Healing, not just physical healing, though that's included, but emotional healing, mental healing. Healing from trauma, healing from betrayal, healing from loss. You've been carrying wounds that never fully closed. You've been functioning but not whole. You've been surviving but not thriving. Tonight, the great physician is touching those broken places. The memories that torment you will lose their power. The pain that wakes you up at night will finally fade. The grief that's been crushing you will begin to lift. Don't skip. This healing is part of what was released tonight, and it starts the moment you receive it by faith. Hold until the end. There's more. Some of you watching this have been battling sickness in your body. You've been to doctors, you've taken medicine, you've tried everything, and nothing has worked. Tonight, Archangel Michael is declaring healing over your body. The same power that raised Christ from the dead is flowing through this message right now. Receive it. Don't analyze it. Don't question it. Just receive it. Type "I am healed" in the comments and watch what happens in the coming days. Your body will respond to your faith. Don't skip. Miracles are part of tonight's release. Hold until the end. We're getting closer to the climax. Now, there's something else you need to know. With every release comes resistance. With every breakthrough comes a battle. And here's what Archangel Michael wants to warn you about. In the next few days, you might experience increased spiritual attack. The enemy knows what was released tonight, and he's going to try to steal it before it fully manifests in your life. You might feel sudden fear, sudden doubt, sudden confusion. Don't be surprised. Don't be shaken. This is confirmation that something big is happening. The enemy only attacks what threatens him. Don't skip. Stand firm. Resist the doubt. Reject the fear. What was released tonight cannot be stopped unless you give up. Hold until the end. The strategy for victory is coming. Here's how you protect what was released tonight. First, guard your words. Speak faith, not fear. Speak life, not death. Speak victory, not defeat. Your words are creating your reality. Second, guard your mind. Don't entertain negative thoughts. Don't replay past failures. Don't imagine worst-case scenarios. Your mind is the battlefield, and you must win there first. Third, guard your heart. Don't let bitterness back in. Don't let unforgiveness take root. Don't let disappointment make you bitter. Your heart posture determines what you attract. Don't skip. Type "I guard my release" in the comments to make this commitment. Hold until the end. We're almost there. Before we go further, let me tell you about the people who will try to talk you out of your breakthrough. They mean well. They think they're protecting you. But they don't have the vision you have. They don't have the faith you have. They didn't receive what you received tonight. So when you start telling them about the changes you're about to make, when you start sharing the dreams you're about to pursue, when you start acting on what you received tonight, they're going to tell you to be careful. They're going to tell you to wait. They're going to tell you it's not the right time. Don't skip. Don't let their fear become your prison. What was released tonight is for you, not them. Hold until the end. The final instructions are almost here. Now, let's talk about timing one more time, because this is critical. What was released tonight has an expiration date. Not because God changes his mind, but because there are seasons and there are moments. And this is your moment. This is your season. If you delay, if you procrastinate, if you wait for everything to be perfect, you will miss it. Perfection is a myth. Readiness is a choice. And tonight, you must choose to be ready even if you don't feel ready. Don't skip. Faith is moving forward before you see the outcome. Type I am ready in the comments to seal your commitment. Hold until the end. The most important part is next. Here's what's going to happen in the next 7 days. You're going to face a decision, a choice, a crossroads. And that decision will determine whether tonight's release fully manifests or gets delayed again. The decision might be about a relationship. It might be about a job. It might be about where you live. It might be about what you believe about yourself. But when that moment comes, you'll feel it, and you'll remember this message, and you'll know that Archangel Michael warned you it was coming. Don't skip. When that moment arrives, choose faith over fear. Choose courage over comfort. Choose your destiny over your doubt. Hold until the end. We're in the final stretch. Let me tell you about the shift that's coming in your relationships. Some people are about to exit your life, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because they've served their purpose. Their season is over, and what was released tonight includes divine separation from people who are no longer aligned with where you're going. Don't fight it. Don't chase them. Don't try to convince them to stay. Let them go with grace. Because at the same time people are leaving, new people are being sent. People who match your new level. People who understand your vision. People who will support your destiny. Don't skip. The shift is necessary. The change is divine. Hold until the end. Almost there. Right now, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Feel the presence of Archangel Michael in this space. He is standing with his sword drawn, cutting through every chain, every limitation, every obstacle that has held you back. Can you feel it? That stirring in your chest, that warmth, that peace mixed with power. That's the presence of the angelic realm confirming that what I'm telling you is true. Tonight is not ordinary. This moment is not random. You were chosen to be here. You were selected to receive. And what was released tonight is already working in your life, even if you can't see it yet. Don't skip. Open your eyes and stay with me. Hold until the end. The final revelation is here. Here is the ultimate truth about tonight's release. It's not just about what you receive. It's about who you become. What was released tonight is activation for your next level. You're not just getting a blessing. You're being upgraded. Your capacity is expanding. Your authority is increasing. Your influence is growing. The version of you that existed yesterday is not the version that will walk out of this moment. You are being transformed right now. Don't skip. This is the real miracle. Not just what changes around you, but what changes within you. Type I am transformed in the comments to lock in this supernatural shift. Hold until the end. One more thing. Before this message ends, Archangel Michael wants you to know something. He sees you. He knows your struggle. He knows how hard you've fought. He knows how many nights you've cried. He knows how close you've come to giving up. And he wants you to know that your breakthrough is not just near. It's here. It started tonight. What was released is already in motion. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has ordained for your life. Don't skip. Your part is to believe. Your part is to receive. Your part is to act when the time comes. Hold until the end. We're closing with power. In the next 24 hours, I want you to watch for 3 signs. First, unexpected communication from someone significant. Second, a dream or vision that gives you direction. Third, a sudden opportunity that requires immediate action. When these signs appear, and they will, you'll know that everything you heard tonight was true. You'll know that Archangel Michael kept his word. You'll know that heaven heard your cry and answered. Don't skip. Don't forget these 3 signs. Write them down. Watch for them. When they manifest, come back and testify in the comments so others can believe. Hold until the end. Final words. Now, here's what you must do right now. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. This is not about me. This is about making sure you don't miss the follow-up messages that are coming. What was released tonight is phase 1. There are more phases, more revelations, more activations. And if you're not subscribed, you'll miss them. Don't skip. This is part of your obedience. This is part of your alignment. Type I subscribed in the comments when you do it. Hold until the end. Almost done. Before I release you, there's something else Archangel Michael wants you to understand. The magnitude of what happened tonight cannot be overstated. While you were sitting here, while you were reading these words, while you were fighting the urge to scroll away, a transaction was taking place in the heavenly realms. Angels were being dispatched. Demons were being bound. Doors were being unlocked. And your name was being spoken in rooms of power that you cannot imagine. Don't skip. This is not exaggeration. This is not hype. This is the reality of what occurs when heaven intervenes in a human life. Hold until the very end. There's still more you need to understand. Think about all the times you almost gave up. All the moments when you wanted to quit. All the days when you wondered if God even cared. Tonight is the answer to all of those moments. Tonight is proof that you were never forgotten. Every setback was a setup. Every delay was divine protection. Every closed door was God's way of saving you from something that wasn't meant for you. Don't skip. What was released tonight makes sense of your entire journey. The pain had purpose. The waiting had meaning. The struggle was preparation for this very moment. Type "I understand" now in the comments if this is finally making sense to you. Hold until the very end. We're going even deeper. Let me tell you about the enemy's plan for your life. He wanted to destroy you. He wanted to break you. He wanted to make you give up before you reached this moment. Because he knew that if you could just hold on long enough, if you could just survive long enough, if you could just believe long enough, you would reach the night when heaven would release what you've been waiting for. And tonight is that night. Don't skip. The enemy thought he won. He thought your silence meant surrender. He thought your tears meant defeat. But he was wrong. Your silence was strategy. Your tears were seeds. And tonight the harvest has come. Hold until the very end. The revelation keeps getting deeper. Here's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. He can't stop what was released tonight. He can try to distract you from receiving it. He can try to make you doubt it. He can try to steal your joy about it. But he cannot stop it. Because what God releases, no demon in hell can recall. What heaven opens, no force on earth can close. What the angels have been assigned to do on your behalf will be accomplished. Don't skip. Your victory is inevitable. Your breakthrough is guaranteed. Your destiny is secure. Type "the enemy has lost" in the comments to declare his defeat over your life. Hold until the very end. More is being revealed. Now, let's talk about what happens after tonight, because receiving the release is one thing. Walking in the fullness of it is another. In the coming days, you're going to be tempted to go back to old patterns, old thinking, old habits, old relationships. Don't do it. You cannot take your new level with your old behavior. You cannot walk into your destiny with your old mindset. What was released tonight requires a new you. Don't skip. This is the part where many people lose what they received. They get the breakthrough and then slowly drift back to who they were. But you're not going to do that. You're going to guard what you received tonight like your life depends on it, because it does. Hold until the very end. The instructions for maintaining your breakthrough are coming. Here's how you protect your new season. First, change your environment. If certain places trigger old behaviors, stop going there. If certain people pull you backward, create distance. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. Second, change your consumption. What you watch, what you listen to, what you read, what you scroll through, all of it is programming your mind. Start consuming content that reinforces where you're going, not where you've been. Third, change your circle. Not everyone can go where you're going. Not everyone will understand your new level, and that's okay. Let them stay where they're comfortable while you step into what God released tonight. Don't skip. These 3 changes are non-negotiable. Type "I will change" in the comments to make this commitment. Hold until the very end. There's more strategy coming. Let me tell you what's going to happen when people see your transformation. Some will celebrate you. Those are your real ones. Keep them close. Some will question you. They'll ask what changed. They'll wonder what you're on. That's your opportunity to testify. Tell them about tonight. Tell them about this message. Tell them about what heaven released. Some will criticize you. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're acting different. And you know what? They're right. You have changed. You are different. And you're never going back. Don't skip. The criticism is confirmation that you've actually shifted. Only unchanged people stay comfortable around unchanged people. Hold until the very end. We're getting close to the final word. Now, here's a secret that most people never discover. What was released tonight wasn't just for you. It was also through you. You're not just a receiver. You're a carrier. What you received tonight, you're meant to release to others. Your breakthrough is meant to inspire someone else's faith. Your testimony is meant to activate someone else's hope. Your victory is meant to prove to someone else that God is still in the miracle-working business. Don't skip. This is why you had to go through what you went through. So you could help others get through what they're going through. Type "I am a carrier" in the comments if you understand your assignment. Hold until the very end. The most powerful revelation is next. Here's what Archangel Michael wants you to know about your authority. What was released tonight includes a new level of spiritual authority in your life. You're not just blessed. You're dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. You're not just favored. You're a threat to hell's agenda. Your prayers are about to carry more weight. Your declarations are about to shift atmospheres. Your presence is about to change rooms. Don't skip. This is not pride. This is awareness of who you are in Christ. The enemy knows who you are. It's time you know it too. Hold until the very end. One more major truth is coming. Let me tell you about the provision that's connected to tonight's release. You've been worried about how you're going to make it, how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to afford what you need. Tonight, your provision was released. It might not show up the way you expect. It might not come from the source you anticipated, but it's coming. Angels have been assigned to bring you resources, connections, opportunities, and ideas that will create wealth. Don't skip. Your job is not to figure out how. Your job is to stay in faith and watch how God does what only God can do. Type "My provision is here" in the comments to activate this financial breakthrough. Hold until the very end. We're almost finished. Before we close, I need to address those of you who are still struggling to believe. You want to believe what you heard tonight is true, but you've been hurt before. You've been disappointed before. You've had your hopes up before and then crashed. I understand. Archangel Michael understands. And here's what he wants to say to you. This time is different. Not because you're different, but because the timing is different. What was released tonight has been building for years. Your season of preparation is over. Your season of manifestation has begun. Don't skip. You don't have to work up faith. Just receive. Just say yes. Just believe that maybe, just maybe, this is finally your time. Type "I choose to believe" in the comments. That's all it takes. Just a choice. Hold until the very end. Final moments. Here's your action plan for the next 72 hours. Hour 1 through 24, watch for the first sign. A message, a call, a dream. Something will confirm that tonight was real. Hour 24 through 48, prepare for the opportunity. Start getting ready even before you see it. Clean up your resume. Clear out space in your schedule. Get your house in order. Hour 48 through 72, act on what comes. When the door opens, walk through it immediately. Don't overthink it. Don't second-guess it. Move, don't skip. Write this down. Follow this timeline. Your breakthrough is progressive, not instant. Hold until the very end. Last words coming. Let me tell you one final thing about the people who are praying for your downfall. The ones who want to see you fail. The ones who are waiting for you to mess up. Tonight, their prayers are cancelled. Their curses are broken. Their evil plans are scattered. What was released tonight includes supernatural protection over your life. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No tongue that rises against you in judgment will be condemned. You are covered. You are shielded. You are protected by the armies of heaven. Don't skip. The enemy's assignment is terminated. Your hater's power is broken. Your season of attack is over. Type I am protected in the comments to seal this covering over your life. Hold until the very end. This is it. Before we part, there's one more powerful truth Archangel Michael needs you to hear. The release that happened tonight was not random timing. It was precisely calculated. Heaven has been watching your life, tracking your faithfulness, noting your obedience even when no one else saw it. And tonight was determined to be the night when everything you've sown in secret comes back to you in public. Don't skip. Every prayer you prayed in the dark, every tear you cried alone, every sacrifice you made that no one acknowledged, all of it was recorded. And tonight is the beginning of your reward season. Hold until the very end. More confirmation is coming. Think about the last 6 months of your life. The challenges, the tests, the betrayals, the losses. Now understand this. Those were not punishments, they were preparations. God was positioning you, strengthening you, getting you ready for what he knew was coming tonight. You had to go through what you went through so you could handle what you're about to receive. Don't skip. Weak people can't carry heavy blessings. Immature people can't steward big assignments. But you've been refined, you've been tested, you've been proven. And tonight, you graduate to your next level. Type I am ready for my promotion in the comments to seal this transition. Hold until the very end. The activation continues. Now let me speak directly to those who feel like they've wasted time. Those who look back at years of wrong decisions, missed opportunities, and failed attempts. Archangel Michael wants you to know that nothing was wasted. Every detour taught you something. Every failure prepared you. Every delay was divine protection from something worse. And tonight, all those years are being redeemed. What the enemy meant for evil, God is turning for good. Don't skip. Your story is not over. Your best chapters are still ahead. And what was released tonight is the beginning of your comeback. Hold until the very end. More is being revealed about your future. Here's something most people don't know about divine releases. They come in waves. Tonight is the first wave, but there are more waves coming. Each wave builds on the last. Each wave brings you closer to the fullness of what God promised. So don't get discouraged if you don't see everything manifest immediately. Stay faithful, stay expectant, stay positioned. Because wave after wave is coming your way. Don't skip. This is marathon faith, not sprint faith, and those who endure to the end will receive the full manifestation. Type I will endure in the comments to commit to the full journey. Hold until the very end. We're building to the climax. Let me tell you about the generational impact of what happened tonight. What was released doesn't just affect you. It affects your children, your children's children, your entire bloodline. Tonight, generational curses were broken. Generational limitations were removed. Generational poverty was cancelled, and generational blessings were activated. Don't skip. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are a generational curse breaker. What stops with you will never touch your seed. What starts with you will flow to your descendants. Hold until the very end. The full weight of this is still being revealed. Now, Archangel Michael wants to address the spiritual attacks that are coming. Don't be naive. The enemy is furious about what happened tonight. He's going to send distractions, temptations, persecutions, things to make you doubt, things to make you quit, things to steal your joy. But here's what you need to know. The attack is proof of your promotion. Nobody attacks nobodies. Nobody tries to stop people who aren't going anywhere. The intensity of the attack reveals the magnitude of your assignment. Don't skip. When the attack comes, and it will, remember this message. Remember that you were warned. Remember that you were armed. And stand your ground. Type I will not be moved in the comments to declare your stability. Hold until the very end. Victory strategy is next. Here's how you win the battle that's coming. First, stay in worship. Worship confuses the enemy. Worship shifts atmospheres. Worship activates angelic assistance. When you don't know what else to do, worship. Second, stay in the Word. The Word is your sword. The Word is your shield. The Word is your weapon. Speak scriptures over your situation. Declare promises over your life. Let the word fight your battles. Third, stay in community. Don't isolate. Don't withdraw. Stay connected to other believers. The enemy wants you alone. But there is power in agreement, power in unity, power in fellowship. Don't skip. These three strategies will keep you strong through the storm. Hold until the very end, almost to the final word. Now I need to tell you about the doors that are about to open. Doors of opportunity, doors of favor, doors of provision, doors of influence. These are doors that were closed for years. Doors you tried to open yourself and couldn't. Doors that others walked through but you were denied. Tonight, those doors are being unlocked. And in the coming weeks, you're going to find yourself walking through doors you never thought would open for you. Don't skip. This is not luck. This is divine orchestration. Angels are going before you right now, preparing the way, making crooked places straight, and opening doors that no man can shut. Hold until the very end. The manifestation timeline is being revealed. Let me be specific about the timeline. Within 7 days, you will see the first visible evidence. Within 30 days, you will experience the first major breakthrough. Within 90 days, your life will look dramatically different than it does right now. These are not random numbers. This is the divine timeline that was established tonight. Don't skip. Mark your calendar. Watch your life. Document the changes, because you're going to want to remember the night everything shifted. Type "I mark this moment" in the comments to seal this timeline. Hold until the very end. We're reaching the crescendo. Before we part, there's one more powerful truth. What you received tonight, you must protect. There will be people who try to talk you out of it. There will be circumstances that try to discourage you. There will be moments when you're tempted to doubt it. But you must guard your heart, guard your faith, guard your confession. What God releases, you must steward. Don't skip. This is your responsibility now. You've been entrusted with something precious, something powerful. Something that can change not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Hold until the very end. Final instructions coming. Now, I'm releasing you into your breakthrough. But before you go, do 3 things. First, share this message with one person who needs to hear it. Don't keep this to yourself. Somebody in your circle needs what you just received. Second, come back in 7 days and testify about what happened. Your testimony will build faith in others. Third, stay connected to this channel. More revelations are coming. More activations are being released. You don't want to miss what's next. Don't skip. Do these 3 things right now before you leave. Your obedience activates acceleration. Hold until the very end. Final blessing coming. Before we close, let me talk about partnership. What you've received tonight has value, supernatural value. And there's a principle in the kingdom that when you receive, you sow. Not because God needs your money, but because sowing activates reaping. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment where you can partner with this ministry. Some of you are being called to sow into this work right now as an act of faith. Not because you have extra, but because you're declaring that you believe in what was released tonight. Don't skip. Your seed is your declaration. Your gift is your testimony. If you feel the pull, obey it. The windows of heaven open over obedient givers. Let me tell you what happens when you sow into anointed ground. Your seed doesn't just help the ministry. It comes back to you multiplied. It creates a supernatural exchange in the spirit realm. Angels take note. Heaven responds, and your harvest becomes inevitable. Some of you need to sow $100 right now. Some of you need to sow 50. Some of you need to sow whatever you have in your pocket. The amount doesn't matter. The obedience does. Don't skip. Don't overthink it. If you feel it, do it. The link is waiting. Your breakthrough is tied to your obedience. For those who feel called to go deeper, there's an inner circle. A community of believers who are receiving exclusive teachings, private prayers, and advanced activations that aren't available to the public. This is for the hungry, the serious. The ones who don't just want a message, but want a lifestyle of supernatural breakthrough. The link to join is in the description. When you join, you get immediate access to content that will accelerate everything you receive tonight. Don't skip. This is your invitation to go deeper, to access more, to become part of something bigger than yourself. Archangel Michael is releasing you now with his blessing. He's sending you with his protection. He's marking you with his favor. What was released tonight is yours. It cannot be taken. It cannot be stopped. It cannot be delayed any longer. Go in peace. Go in power. Go in victory. Your breakthrough has begun. Don't forget what you learned here. Don't forget what you felt here. Don't forget what was released here. This was your night. This was your moment. This was your divine appointment. Now walk into everything that was prepared for you before you were born. The wait is over. The season has shifted. Your time is now. Amen and amen. Wait. Before you leave, there's one more layer to tonight's release that must be revealed. Archangel Michael is showing me something right now that is going to blow your mind. While you've been reading this message, while you've been absorbing these words, something has been happening in the spirit realm that you need to understand. There has been a rewiring taking place, a recalibration, a divine reset of your spiritual frequency. Don't skip. This is not metaphor. Your spirit is literally being tuned to a higher frequency right now. And that new frequency is going to attract things into your life that were previously impossible for you to access. Hold until the very end. This revelation changes everything. Let me explain what I mean by frequency. Everything in the universe operates on frequency. Your thoughts have a frequency. Your words have a frequency. Your faith has a frequency. And what was released tonight was a frequency upgrade. You are now vibrating at the level of your breakthrough, at the level of your destiny, at the level of your divine assignment. Don't skip. This is why things are about to change so rapidly. You're no longer a match for struggle. You're no longer a match for poverty. You're no longer a match for defeat. Your new frequency only attracts victory. Type "My frequency has shifted" in the comments to seal this activation. Hold until the very end. More technical understanding is coming. Now here's what you need to know about maintaining this new frequency. You cannot go back to old conversations. You cannot go back to old entertainment. You cannot go back to old environments. Because those things operate on a lower frequency, and they will pull you down if you let them. Don't skip. This is why you're about to lose some friends. This is why you're about to outgrow some places. This is why you're about to feel uncomfortable in spaces that used to feel normal. Your frequency has changed, and frequency determines fellowship. Hold until the very end. The science of your breakthrough is being revealed. Archangel Michael wants you to understand the warfare that's been happening over your life. For months, maybe even years, there's been a battle in the heavenly realms over your destiny. Demons have been assigned to block you, to delay you, to discourage you. But tonight, reinforcements arrived. Tonight, warring angels were dispatched. Tonight, the battle shifted in your favor. Don't skip. This is why you felt something change tonight. This is why you couldn't scroll away. This is why you stayed until the end. Your spirit knew that something significant was happening. Hold until the very end. The battle report is still coming. Let me tell you what was happening while you were sleeping last night. Angels were in the courts of heaven, presenting your case. They were reminding God of every prayer you prayed, every seed you sowed, every act of obedience you performed in secret, and a verdict was reached. A decree was issued. A command was given, and that command was released tonight. Don't skip. This is not a bedtime story. This is actual spiritual activity that determines natural outcomes. What happens in heaven manifests on earth. And what happened in heaven tonight is about to shake your earth. Hold until the very end. More evidence is coming. Here's something else you need to know. The release that happened tonight is not just for your benefit. It's for demonstration. God wants to use your life as evidence that He still does the impossible. He wants to use your breakthrough as proof that miracles are real. He wants to use your testimony as a weapon that destroys doubt in others. Don't skip. This is the real reason you went through what you went through. So when you come out, when you break through, when you testify, people won't be able to deny that God is real. Type "I will be God's evidence" in the comments if you accept this assignment. Hold until the very end. The responsibility of breakthrough is being explained. Now let me address something that some of you are feeling right now. You're feeling unworthy. You're thinking about all your mistakes, all your failures, all your sins. And you're wondering why God would release anything to you tonight. Here's what Archangel Michael wants you to know. The release tonight is not based on your worthiness. It's based on God's faithfulness. He's not blessing you because you're perfect. He's blessing you because he made a promise. And God does not break promises. Don't skip. Stop disqualifying yourself. Stop talking yourself out of your blessing. Stop agreeing with the enemy's accusations. What was released tonight is yours, not because you earned it, but because God said so. Hold until the very end. The grace revelation is unfolding. Let me tell you about the dreams you're about to have. Starting tonight, your dreams are going to become more vivid, more prophetic, more instructional. God is going to start speaking to you in your sleep, giving you strategies, showing you the future, warning you of danger, directing your steps. Don't skip. Keep a journal by your bed. When you wake up, write down what you dreamed, because hidden in those dreams are keys to your breakthrough, codes to your destiny, blueprints for your future. Type "I will document my dreams" in the comments to activate this prophetic flow. Hold until the very end. Divine communication is increasing. Now, Archangel Michael is showing me something about your health. Some of you have been battling things in your body that doctors couldn't figure out, symptoms that wouldn't go away, pain that wouldn't stop. Tonight, I'm seeing healing being released into your physical body. Not just treatment, not just management, but complete healing. The root cause is being addressed. The source of the problem is being removed. And in the coming days, you're going to feel things shift in your body. Don't skip. Receive this healing by faith right now. Place your hand on whatever part of your body needs healing and say out loud, "I receive my healing tonight." Hold until the very end. More healing is flowing. Let me tell you about the relationships that are about to be restored. Family members you haven't spoken to in years. Friends who walked away. Connections that were severed. Tonight, I'm seeing divine reconciliation being released, not because you're chasing anyone, not because you're compromising, but because God is softening hearts, opening eyes, bringing people to their senses. Don't skip. Someone is about to reach out to you who you never thought would speak to you again. And when they do, you'll know it was part of tonight's release. Type "restoration is mine" in the comments to activate this reconciliation. Hold until the very end. Relationship breakthrough is manifesting. Now, let me speak to those in the marketplace. Those with corporate jobs, businesses, careers. You've been faithful in your work. You've maintained your integrity. You've served with excellence even when it wasn't appreciated. Tonight, promotion is being released. Not just a title change, but a sphere of influence change. You're about to have access to rooms you couldn't get into before. Conversations with people who wouldn't return your calls before. Opportunities that were previously out of your reach. Don't skip. Your marketplace ministry is about to go to another level. Hold until the very end. Professional breakthrough is here.